77. Of course, I normally would do a self-defense video showing you technique, showing you some way to defend yourself. But I think we've all kind of got off track, and I think a lot of people are looking for techniques. Everybody's looking for that hand-to-hand skill. Everybody's looking for the best way to knock someone out, or the best way to do something, put someone in an arm lock or a wrist lock, or throw someone, or sweep someone, or do something. Everybody's looking for that physical, technical side. This is not a philosophy video, actually. This is going to be more of our psychology side. We need to think more of, let's go back to basics. Okay, the one thing that a lot of us need to get off of thinking about is just the physical aspect. One thing I've noticed about the difference between my students that do my street survival classes compared to my MMA classes are my street survival students are very focused on the mental side of it. They want to know the strategy. They want to know all these things. They want to know how to outsmart their opponent, because they're going to have more than one. They're going to have ones that are bigger, meaner. They're going to have ones that are just twice their size at all times. Or better shape, perhaps. Street survival is so different compared to sporting type, sport combat type martial arts. So you have to do it differently, and there comes a discipline with that a lot of people don't understand, and there should be a discipline in the sport aspect as well. However, I think some of the ones I know of, there's some that are out there that don't have that discipline or that thought pattern of strategy. So one thing I'm going to bring up today is awareness. Awareness is a key number one thing. It doesn't matter what kind of fight you're in. It doesn't matter if you're in a street brawl, bar brawl, if you're attacked just by spontaneously attacked by someone, or if you're in a cage and you're fighting, or you're in a ring and you're fighting. You need to be aware. Okay, you have to have your awareness open up. For people that are in the street, this is for you. The people that do street, you have to be aware of everything around you. Your environment counts. How close quarters everything is. Your lighting, the weather, the terrain that you're on. All that's going to factor in. You have streets are all uneven. The concrete sidewalks, all that stuff. There's lifts, there's cracks, there's holes, there's pits. There's always something there that might trip you up. And then you also think about weather. It snows a lot here. Like right now, it's snowing big time. Got snowed out at my job. I mean, we got sent home. So I mean, we're talking about ice. Thick drifts. These things all slow you down. And then we're talking about rain. We're talking about mud, slick mud. Talking about deep mud where your feet drop in and you can't get out of it. We're talking about also just anything that can affect your feet. I mean, and then you're talking about different levels of terrain. We're talking about, we'll just talk about stairwells for one. Stairwells are going up or down, and you have all these different levels where you have to fight on. And then you're also talking about the closeness, how everything is so compacted in to an environment. If you're in a real tight area, you have to fight differently compared to if you're out in the wide open. Fighters in the cage, you have to be aware of where the fence is at all times. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're clinching, if you're on the ground, if you're striking, you need to be aware of that cage, because as soon as you get stuffed into that cage, it's going to prevent you from moving. You have to start learning either how to use it or how to break free from it. And you have to deal with the fact that the people who mop up those mats, they're going to make that surface a little bit more slippery than before. Every time they come out, they clean that mat up. Well, they start that fight. Well, it might be just a little bit slippery. So you got to take that into consideration. These are things that some of these guys don't even think of. They go straight in. They want to start boxing right away, throw up their hands, and say, maybe I can get some good shots in. But the guy who circles his opponent, hits him with an angle, That's the guy that's thinking. He's on his feet. He's being aware of this. The guy who grabs you, drives you to the fence, that's the guy who understands his environment. Okay? Be aware of these things. You got to be aware of the people around you. You have to be aware that you, especially if you're in the street, if you're in the street, be aware that the person that might attack you, or the person that's in the barbell with you, he may have a knife. Go figure that one. Or he's going to have an object here. He's going to have something. You can't step away from not knowing, not having your awareness. You have to have super keen awareness about you. You have to notice everything around you. You can't just take small things for granted. Next time you're out in training, whether you do this for sport combat or whether you're doing this for self-protection, do awareness. What I mean by awareness, go into an area, just put some things in there. Go into an area, close your eyes or blindfold yourself. And then start counting off all the things that you saw. Give yourself only a few seconds to do it. Walk in, close your eyes. Brief assessment. Walk in, see something, brief assessment. And every time you do it, you're gonna have a different. You're gonna see how unaware you were of the guy that was standing over in the corner when you walked in. The guy that was sitting over on the sideline. You're being very unaware about the guy that was sitting over on the bench that is behind you as soon as you step into the room. You're going to find different things every time, but you have to do this so you can open up your mind. Open up your mind, open up your eyes, open up everything about it, and it will help you learn strategy. It'll help you learn how to stay tuned on your feet. Okay? You need to be quick, you need to be smart, and the smart thing to do is be aware. So that's what I have for you today, is be aware, try that drill, do things in the dark, do things just blindfolded and then pop the hood off, whatever it takes. Just do what you have to do to try to help yourself not only see but react as soon as you see. It's one of those things that you have to do, is train yourself to do. So take some of these ideas. You can even comment below. Give me some ideas. I'm all about sharing those kind of things. So just give me or you can even message me. But that's all you have for today. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a few more of these later on. So I hope you enjoy this one. We'll see what you guys think. Tell me what you think. Okay? Talk to you later.